Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. It's the Phone Gamer here, and today we're bringing you another episode of Clash Royale. And today, we're just going to open these few chests, get a few battles, talk about a couple things. Don't really know what yet. We'll just go and with the flow and see what happens. Let's open our second free chest. Goblin's Knight. That's some good things. Got this gold chest going on right now. Didn't really get that good of cards, not gonna lie. Nothing at least I wanted out of it. I'll start up another chest. We'll just donate all those. Donate that. Really don't need any of them. Yeah, we'll request some cards, but what are we gonna request? I think we're gonna do minions again. Yep, we're gonna request them. Those little buggers. Okay. So today's topic was, let's just say big cities. So, me personally, I grew up in a small town. I had a decent size, 2 high schools, and I think my graduating class was like 450, but relatively the whole town itself was small, to be honest. Like, there wasn't much to do. Like, I had farm fields around me, and all in all, it was just a unique experience, I say, because not everyone gets to experience it, and I love living in the country, but right now I'm going to city in Philadelphia, and I love it here too. The city offers so many things to do, so many possibilities. You never are bored. So many places to go eat, have entertainment, and it's just overall such a fun time, in my opinion. And I love the city of Philadelphia itself. So it's a win-win situation. There's a lot of history here and just, a lot of good things with the city. So do I miss home? Not particularly. I do for the people, not for the place itself. How about that? The place itself was not really that special. My high school had some problems. Nothing like crime-wise or things like that. It's just people in our high school didn't really get along, and that might be most high schools. I don't know, but mine seemed to just be particularly bad, in my opinion. But that could just be me. But out in the country, you have open space to drive, see sunsets, just relax in general, and it's just so much fun. I think. You don't. You can do a lot of things without really spending money. And that's what I feel like the benefit of the country is. And just you're wild and free, I guess, also. What else? In the big city, there's so many noise, crime, like trash and pollution. That's a big issue. And having a car is really hard because driving is nearly impossible some of the days because there's crazy drivers, especially over here on the East Coast. Everyone's an aggressive driver. And I'm not too keen on that because I like to drive and relax. Don't really go overboard. Like, don't go too insane with driving and things like that. Like, want to have a good time. Don't really want to kill anyone. Not trying to get anywhere real too fast. But at the same time, get there at a decent speed. Everyone here, they'll cut you off. They want to make sure they're there at their place 10,000 times quicker than it actually needs to be, which I don't understand, and then they just fly by you on the freeway like 95 miles an hour, which I guess I understand, because you want to get someplace faster, and that's how you do it, but it's at that point, it's just reckless driving, I feel, and it's not really helping at all. On the other hand, with the trash and things like that, things like smell, like you can smell sewers and things like that, and then there's crime rate as well. It's higher, but it's understandable. There's poorer people in the city because they don't have a house out to live in the suburbs. So that's where they usually live, is in the city. And not that that's a bad thing. It's going to be with every culture. But it's just something you have to get used to, which I really wasn't before I went into here. But I see it all the time now. So you just sort of not ignore it or turn a blind eye to it, but just you have to accept it, and you have to decide what's worth it and what's not, I guess. Because some people who sit out there are just trying to get money and don't actually need it. Other people do, and it's hard to decide. Well, in the country, you have farm fields. It's pretty much you'll see, at least with me, more deer than people outside walking about most of the time, which is perfectly fine. I love the nature and things like that, but I couldn't like live out there all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like mosquitoes that much. Mosquitoes aren't really my thing, and going out hunting, I'm not a big fan of hunting either. I understand some people do it for like food and things like that, which I completely get and I completely support, but I'm just haven't been big on that. Out in the country, like I have to mow my lawn, do a lot of yard work and things like that, which isn't a problem at all. But at times it can just get tedious, and you just be like, really, again, I have to mow again, and it's only been like a week. It's like, can I get a break? And then you start thinking about it, like, no, you really can't, and just it's oof. I'm gonna throw arrows over here. I'm gonna need that. Yeah, that hurt a little bit more than I was planning, but hopefully we can do some good damage on the right side. But yeah, but there's a lot of responsibility having a big yard and things like that. But you can also let your dogs run free because I had a beautiful German Shepherd growing up when I was a kid, and until several years ago when he passed away. Very sad, but and he would go out roaming. He would go into the woods, into the stream we had, adventure around, not really caring where he went. He would always return home. Because he liked us, and whenever we called him, he would come back. But he was free to go out and adventure, and I know he really enjoyed it because you could just see him take off into the woods, like smelling some track or something, and it just brought him excitement for that, which was fun to watch, and I like that too because watch watching him have fun. I mean, watching him have fun corresponds to me having fun as well. I mean, in a way, like you can just see your dog happy, and I love having big dogs too, and they need a lot of room and space and things like that. And with him, he always was out playing things like that. So that was another way we out in the country really helped. So that's how I feel. Another thing is because in the city you got to go with small dogs, and I love big dogs. And also out in the city, I don't really think it's much of a place to raise a family. Go to say, for the sure fact of like, it doesn't usually have the best schools, crime rates higher, and you can't really get a big house or the house you need at an affordable price. Most of the prices are jacked up, which I mean I understand, but at the same time, it's not right to a certain degree because like everyone needs a house, and yes, space is limited in the city, but like the space you get is not good. And hopefully we're going to be able to stop this rush over here. Now they just took out our minions. That's not good. Yeah, they took out that tower. There was nothing I could do there. I got to stop this from happening. Come on, no. They're actually putting a huge push. Jesus. How many bombers do they have? What, 1.4 bombers and a wizard? Yeah, that's 10 seconds left that I'm just going to defend with like all my might and pray nothing bad happens because that already just did happen. Time left, it's overtime. Yeah, so like I'm doomed. And yeah, he's won this one. And there's nothing I can do about this. Oh well, he got this game. Good game. I'll give it to him. Oh well. He played better. I don't know why he laughs. That bothers me. I don't know why. Okay, see, at least he had well played. But yeah, just city. I wouldn't want to raise a family, but I would like to work in it because you have a lot more opportunities and things to go do and places to see. And I just enjoy being in the city. I don't know if I could live in it though for a long time. Um, but it's just a nice change of pace. Because in Philadelphia right now, I can go to New York, I can go to D.C. The whole eastern seaboard's connected by train or railways or just something, and it's great just to be around for that. As for me, I'm mainly on campus due to the fact I have to study and things like that, which don't mind. I go back home every once in a while, like usually on breaks and things like that, to go see friends, family. My bad, we're gonna cut that out. Yeah, that happened. He almost took out that tower. So we're gonna throw arrows. How many times do I have to ignore? Jesus. I'm trying, and but yeah, it's just fun to be in the city, things to do and places to see. Um, but yeah, out in the country, I think I like the most. I don't really like suburbs because you're too close to people, and not that I don't like people, but I like having my own private space, as I said. And suburbs, you can have your kids play sports and things like that, just all different things to do. And it's if you can feel generally safer, I feel in the long run. Um, in the city, in like the country and things like that, because not as much crime, and I don't know, just the people are all usually raising families, looking for a good school district, and they all have basically the same agenda as you, and they don't really want anyone messing with their agenda, so they don't mess with anyone else's. That's how I feel it is, somewhat like in the country or in the suburbs for that matter, which I enjoy. So this guy pretty much has our left tower completely destroyed, which is not good for us. But we might be able to do some damage. Now, he just threw a minion horde. There's no way we're doing anything over here. Yep, gotta throw this. So some of these. Let's throw a few of these. And he's gonna throw a fireball. Betcha. Betcha he... Oh, he lightning instead. Is the fireball next? Yep, fireball was next. Yeah, well, that did not work out well for me because those are barbarians. They're actually going to shred through my giant. Same with that Inferno Tower. So I think we're just going to try to hold off, maybe? I think that's best bet right now. See if you can hold off and not let that tower... Oh, yeah, he got it pretty much. Because that miner's going to keep coming back, and I'm not going to be able to stop it. As much as I wish. Yep, he just won. What are you going to do? So I guess, really today, the whole thing was... just whether you like living in the country or city or whatever, or where you live and things like that. Because it has a huge perspective. Like, for me, I live in the United States. I haven't lived in other countries. I don't know what they're like. I wish I did somewhat, just, the feeling of it and what it's like. But yeah, so give me your thoughts. What do you think it is, like, living in a big city or living out in the country or even suburbs? Like, where you live? Like, how do you like it? Do you wish you lived somewhere else? Yeah, I guess that's it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been The Phone Gamer. Thanks for watching the video. This has been The Phone Gamer. If you've liked this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day.